Alright guys, it's Thursday. One more day before the weekend. You know, like when I used to run track a long time ago, my coach always used to say finish off strong, you know. So as you're approaching the weekend, you want to implement that mindset of finishing off strong. So we're gonna jump into it right now. We're gonna start off on some FSBOs for sale by owners, and we'll go from there. I'm getting a text from an agent for this overpriced house I got an interested party in. So these are all the distractions that you gotta kind of box out, because you need to block time. You need to allocate specific times for specific tasks. And for the next 2 hours, we're gonna prospect. So I'm gonna be getting these calls right here. Just gonna, I'm not gonna say ignore them, but just stay focused on the task at hand. We'll address those later. My client is working on the pre-approval right now anyway, so it's not like we're ready to go right this second. We got the breakfast of champions, fresh brewed coffee. Gotta let it marinate. We're gonna start with for sale by owners. You know, hopefully we get something. Alright, so let's kick it off. 300 and something thousand, Baltimore, Maryland. 3 rings and we push on. Switch over to my FSBO script. And what I like to do as it rings is I just go over the script in my head. Yeah, what that lady is telling me I've already done. She's telling me to show the property next door to my client to compare. My client has already viewed that property next door. Either way, if we submit an offer, we're gonna require, the lender's gonna require an appraisal. So if the appraiser comes back and appraises it at that price they're asking for, then they got a deal, I believe. But if not, we may have to work on that. So right now, we're just going through these FSBOs. For some reason, I've been very lucky with the expireds, not so much the FSBOs. I've had a couple FSBO, actually 3 FSBO listing appointments recently, but I didn't land anything. All my listings have been from expireds. So I don't want to throw in the towel, because I have had some listing appointments. One, the guy just undercut me on the commission. I don't like to go on who's the cheapest agent. If you need it that bad and you got to cut your commission rate that low, go ahead. Not to say I don't need it, but these agents just put a sign on the yard and keep it pushing. That's not the service I offer, you know. I believe in multiple open houses, sending hand mails out to neighbors, emailing agents in the area, I'm really working to get the house sold. So if you're just gonna put a sign on the yard and charge them 1% commission, help yourself. You gotta know, in everything you need to know your worth. I know I'm gonna do a good job, so I stand behind my price. I mean, I'm reasonable. If it's something, it's negotiable. I don't put a hard line down like, 6% commission and that's it. But if you want to go down to the bottom, then hey, help yourself. So one of them, the guy dropped his commission rate. The other one needed some family issues. Actually, two of them needed family issues to be rectified. I still think I'm going to get one of those FSBO listings. Just don't know when, because there are a lot of, hate to say it, divorce things going on with that. Nobody wins on the family feuds, but so they need to rectify that, but they're going to sell, and I think I'm the top agent on their list when they do decide to list. Even in meeting with them, I advise them to see if they can work it out, man. Over 11 years of being married. I'm not trying to go in there and cash out on a nice check. But if you're going to divorce anyway and sell the house, sure, I'll help you. But if it's something that can be salvaged, man, maybe I need to talk it through. So they're trying to figure it out. And if they do decide to go their separate ways, they'll let me know. So yeah, FSBOs haven't been my thing. Just had a few. I've had interviews. I haven't landed FSBO yet. Been more lucky with the expireds. But it is a lead source. For instance, this one is going for $300,000 right now that I'm calling. So you still give it a shot. Yes, sir. This is Raymond. I'm a local realtor. I was hoping to ask you a question regarding your home for sale. Would that be okay? Yeah, I was assuming you already got a ton of offers. I didn't know if it was still available or if you sold already. No, I just wanted to see if, let's say you had a problem selling in a few weeks, would you be open to the idea of interviewing agents to help you get it sold? Okay. Okay. All right, sir. Well, is it okay if I check in with you in a few weeks or something? All right, sir. Well, thank you very much. Have a good day. Okay. So, is that a lead? It's not a lead. He wants to sell, obviously. He's willing to pay a buyer's agent commission. But, he's going to wing it on his own. That's just the way it goes for real estate. I mean, for sale by owner. That's why I don't like calling him too early, but it's still good to kind of touch bases with him. $645,000 property. Yeah, he's willing. He wants me to follow up in a few weeks. I guess I can move him up to a warm lead folder. Leave a little note. He's willing to pay a buyer's agent's commission. Maybe I could have probed a little deeper, let him know you can pay that, and you can still pay a listing agent and net more if your house is priced properly. But anyway, buyer's agent commission, not ready to interview agents at this moment. Yeah. So that's a contact for the FSBO. Keeping it pushing. A live answer for sale by owner. And that's, I guess you can say it's a lead. He just put it on the market 2 days ago. So we're gonna keep pushing. 3 rings and then on to the next. So that's, need to write that down. I always record how many conversations I have. What gets measured gets accomplished. You gotta track your performance. Then you review the data and you see where you need to double down on, just based on what is working. If you got something that's working, you go harder on it. That's the grind, though. That's the grind. We're gonna keep dialing. I had 30 numbers, 30 contacts, a lot more numbers, because each contact has a few phone numbers. I'm already at 27, about 30 minutes in dialing. I had a soft lead, nothing hot, nothing to write home about. Soft lead. He picked up. Okay with a follow-up. Yeah, what I need to do is possibly send him a hand mail in between these few weeks, just to show him some of my results. And I could sometimes do a writing on there. I'm on the second to last contact here. I'm glad I cleared all my FISBO backlog, because the FISBOs are starting to pile up on me. Glad I was able to hit it, clear it out. I'm going to call some of these people again some other time, but at least reach out once. Most of these FISBOs, you're not about to get too much going. They just put it on the market. People want to wing it on their own first to see if they can get it sold on their own. After 1, 2, 3 weeks, depending on how badly they need the money. If they don't need it, like desperately, some owners don't mind waiting. But if some people really gotta sell, either they need to move. It's always good to find their motivation. Why do you want to sell? So these are things I need to do better, as I call. You want to sell the motivation, not yourself. If they want to move, you want to let them know what you can do to be able to facilitate a smooth transition out of wherever they are to where they're going. If their motivation is downsizing or financial, hardship, and they need to get out of that loan, then you need to sell that. You reiterate that point, like, hey, you gotta move. Let me make this happen for you, rather than you lose the house to the bank. So you always want to probe and find the why. I don't think I did that much good of a job with that last guy. He seemed genuine. When somebody's genuine and they're talking to you, I don't know. Some people say you keep pushing, but yeah, maybe I should have found out his why. Why he's interested in selling. And then you leave that note. That is what you're going to try to sell in the future. It's not your brokerage. It's not what you can do for him. In the future, when you do speak to that person, you want to focus on the why. Remember, you said this. I can make it happen for you. Or, you want to, hey, I know you don't want to lose the house to the bank. You want to sell that point, whatever it is. So it's good to ask open-ended questions to probe. And quite frankly, I don't think I did a really good job with that on the last call or answer I just received. So right now what I'm doing is I have a list of 147 FISBOs, and I'm just cherry picking all the ones that are in my local market, and I'm putting them in a separate folder so I can target those. I'm at the point now where I ain't doing too good, but I'm alright. I got a few deals in the pipeline, so now I can be a little bit more selective and just try to hone in on my local market more. They say beggars can be choosers. When you walk in the door and you're trying to get your bearings, you just take whatever deal walks in the office. Whatever walks in the office, you take that, you go with that. But the longer you are in the game and you're starting to get some traction, you become a little selective on where you put your time. Ooh, did I forget about this? Yeah, I forgot about this. I got this guy who's looking to rent a property, man. Let me see. I don't do rentals, but this is somebody I know. So he needs to move, and I'm gonna try to get him a rental property. Yeah, I kind of started backing away from the rental business. I never really did it like that. I don't think I ever, I always showed it to tenants, but I've always been more of a sales agent. I show it to potential tenants, and I've listed a few properties for rent, but I ended up selling those properties. I know somebody who that's their bread and butter, man. They do 4 or 5 of these every month. I guess if you're doing 4 or 5 rentals a month, you're getting a few $1,000s take home. So it's doable. It's just ain't my cup of tea, really. I don't mind whenever I get a lead, somebody checks my website out and asks me. Of course, I service them. But I'm at the point now where I'm gonna start just referring those to like agents in the office that may need them or something. Going on a whole bunch of showings for a rental property is really not my cup of tea anymore, and that just comes with time. The more you're starting to get more solid clients, it's only natural, It's only natural. Why go show a rental property for a couple $1,000s? You're thinking about writing contracts, filling out applications, and you don't have the time to service somebody who's trying to buy an $800,000 property. So if you don't feel as though you could satisfy both people in a good manner, you just refer that to another agent that you think is going to be solid, or you just be upfront with the person. Hey, I'd love to help you, but right now I'm not taking any more clients. And that's really, it's really a thing. For instance, I don't want to take any more than 8 listings, because I like to service my listings as far as 2 open houses a month, and I do them on weekends, right? So if I take more than 8, it's not feasible for me to service each listing properly. So it's not always trying to get every single dime. You still got to worry about customer service. Don't trade volume or dollar amounts for customer service, because over time, once people start leaving bad reviews for you, this person could never pick up the phone, they were never available, they were this, they were that. Once people start leaving those scathing reviews for you, then you're gonna be in a very bad position as a business professional. So it's best you take what you can handle and service those people tremendously. Give them excellent customer service. I think I might start including Crofton in my search. I mean, it's a little further up that way, but it ain't that far. I might start including it in the neighborhoods I service. Yeah, we'll see. All right, guys. So we already hit those FSBOs. Now we're gonna hit the new expireds. I'm gonna jump right back to FSBOs later on. But I'm going to hit the new expireds. I got 11 new expireds here. It should be a quick... that's why I love the dollar, man. You fly through these really quickly.